Good afternoon, everybody. This is Machtel. Welcome to my channel, Daily Dose of Paper. This is a journal page I made the other day, and it was really lovely to just journal. This is a big journal, and yeah, it's not available anymore. I believe it's one of the Diane Weekly or something, Rangers with all the different fabrics in it, and I've had it for a long time, but anyway, unfortunately it's not available anymore. But I had a lovely day where I combined working with a set color palette and trying out the different patterns inspired by Klimt, and then I did some collage, and then I ended up with flowers. And well, anyway, I thought, how lovely would that be to do that in my other journal, this one. And the thing is, I want to do it on this page because I want to do a do-over, let's say. So because this is in my the art journal I showed, and somehow if you look at it, or if I look at it, this page is kind of a thorn in my eye, or in my side. How do you say it? I don't know why. It just doesn't fit in the journal. It goes on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate the thing itself, but it's not for this journal. So I thought, that's the fun with paint. You can just paint over it, and especially if it's your own journal. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that. See, because of this fold, I cannot just put a paper between it. I have to do it like this. And like this. Make it so that... Because I'm going to go over it with... I think first with some gesso. Sorry. Yeah. And the thing is, then I also chose... I thought, because I'm enjoying this working with a color palette. I haven't really, I've done it once or twice, but I'm getting into that now, because the thing is, I think always, let's say intuitively, I'm good with colors, or, I think so myself. You can have your opinion, but in my own opinion, I think intuitively, I put the right colors together, let's say, but then, I end up almost always with the same color palette, let's say, or you don't go outside of your box. So I am taking this book again, Spectrum Heritage Patterns and Colors, and I've linked it in the last video. I can do that again, and I chose a color palette that I thought, okay, I think that works well in this journal, in this transition from this page to this page. And in my opinion, it's this palette. So that's what I'll be working with. I didn't mix the colors yet. I tried one color, how to make that, and I think I know how to do it. So I need to keep this open somewhere so I can, so I don't forget a color, let's say. But first, I think I'm going to start excuse me, by putting some I have this gray. This is a cheap paint by Action. It's like $1 Tree or whatever kind of store, and I think, okay, that's a good start to just paint over. And maybe I'll mix in a little bit of white gesso so that it's a bit lighter. I thought about doing black gesso, but I think it's better to tread lightly, let's say. So here I go, and I just have this old brush. Bye, flowers. It's okay. It was fun while it lasted, but now now you get covered by something else. Don't know quite what yet. yeah. And so here we go. Yeah, and it's nice to know that this layer is still underneath it, you know. You still see a little bit. I don't mind that actually, so I'm just gonna leave that like but anyway, it was really lovely to work in a journal, and I think I was inspired a lot by yeah, she also has a channel by Loose Artworks or something. I will link her channel. She makes lovely journals and videos and about her travels, and yeah, she just, her style really appeals to me, and she works a lot in these Dina Wakley journals. And like I said, it's been laying around for a long time, and I started taking it apart, using the, you know, the pages separate from each other. I think actually this journal is partly made from the paper that was in it. So, and I thought, oh, this is a nice way, you know, I should just go for it. And sometimes, I mean, you know, you have, I am creative, but I mean, sometimes I really need help. Yeah, I get overwhelmed by my own ideas and limitations, I guess. And then if you have somebody, see, I actually like this, that you can still see a little bit shining through. I think that's okay, you know. It's not completely obliterated, let's say. And then wipe it. Yeah, I have a lot of these brushes, factory seconds, and that's very convenient for things like this. And now I'm thinking, should I already, I can start making some marks already in this wet paint, and then, you know, you just kind of scratch through, and you still see this other colors. Yeah, that is actually, I like it. It's like a, almost like a rainbow of colors. Okay, do some on here maybe, or this is already maybe dry. Like the triangles, some triangles, which I love, but I always somehow forget. They're not in my, yeah, how would I say? They're not so automatically in my toolbox, let's say. Okay, well, it's okay. I think I go towards circles more. Yeah, you know, that's all right. And this way I can check also if it's drying a little bit. And it is drying slowly. So let's leave it for now. And this will have collage and paint and maybe marks, you know, whatever we can do. I will set this aside, and then we will make a palette. And as you can see, I already mixed that greenish color, and I think I did that by mixing the sage with a little bit of the yellow ochre. So, and I added a little bit black also to it, but that became quite dark. But it needs to get a little darker, I think. Maybe I pull it. Let's see what happens if I put a little bit of the Payne's Gray in it. Because Payne's Gray is another... a little bit more. Is another color that's in this palette. Yeah, I think this is okay. It's not so much, but it's all right. I think that's good. So I need Payne's Gray as well. I need a lighter blue, which I think could work with maybe if I do Titan Buff. Mix that. See what that does. Oops. This is not really the right blue, I think. No. Maybe if I add a little Payne's Gray, then it becomes a bit more like that. And then I need some more, I think just regular whites. Well, I'll take gesso. And I think then we will get there. Ooh, probably too much. Here we go. And I've never been such a... Oh, I just mix as I go. You know what I mean? Like, okay. But I think that's pretty close, right? To this and this color, and then the Payne's Gray. And then the next color I want to mix is that kind of pinkish color, because and I wanted to do that by doing some, this is light portrait pink. And then mixing it a little bit with, I have no idea, with the burnt umber. And this is Liquitex paint. But I mean, I have paints in all kinds of, from cheap to more expensive, let's say. So, let's see how that works. I feel a little bit more of this burnt umber. Almost like a, yeah, taupey, browny pink. I think that does the trick pretty well, actually. Okay, well, right, so we have some color. Was that it? Oh, no. Then we have the gray, but that's really the color as if it's, you know, that's how it's also on the picture of the palette. So I think, well, I think it's okay. Or is that now too similar? Did I ruin it? I think it's okay like this. Okay, here we go. So that's what I have. Put this aside. Put the palette aside on my table. And I have, of course, here also my library of patterns that I can, you know, if I run out of ideas. Oh, then I need a little brush as well. All right. Okay. Phew. Taking off my cardigan. And there we go. It's still a bit wet. Does that matter? No. And I think I'm just going to go... I start by just putting random... how do you call that? Surfaces of paint, and I'm going to treat this as if it's one page, let's say. Oh, should have made a little bit more of that greenish. Just going to do random. And that's funny, in when I think of background and shapes, I don't, you know, normally with marks I go towards, let's say, circles. But in the background, I love it when it's squares, you know. Oh, I've noticed that is really my stop word, so forgive me. I think in one video, I don't know, I said it like 60 times, but yeah, I think we all have our quirks like that. Oh, sorry if you see my arm. Okay, maybe a little bit here. And then let's just go straight for the dark Payne's Gray. Beautiful, beautiful color. And I don't know what I want to journal about. Like the journal spread that I showed you was really like, okay, this is about this palette and patterns. And maybe, yeah, I do a similar thing. But the thing is, I didn't want to do it in that big book because it's so big that's not really convenient for me. Okay, do a really big block here. Wonderful to just play with paint. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very, my mind is on on cookies, to be honest, because like that Sunday that I was painting, my son and his girlfriend, they were making some absolutely lovely, that's their thing, like, you know, on Sundays they bake. That's their latest thing. So they make all these wonderful, wonderful cookies. I think this blue needs a little bit more white in it, and a little bit dark and a little bit light. Wait, so I need to mix it a little more, sorry. And that's how I'm going to do it, I think. Add a little white also, or yeah. So, you know, that's what journaling is about, right? About experimenting and but also it reflects kind of, it can reflect what's going on in your life. And yeah, like I said, cookies is a big It's so lovely. It is lovely. See, that is great. I like that. Okay. I think I'm going to overlap as well. Some parts. Like that. Yeah, and as you can see, I do each color, I let it come back like 3 times. I mean, it's not yeah, I don't know if there really are rules, but I guess it's in a way automatic that I find that more attractive. But I think it's also like a rule. What if I do this lapdash in the middle kind of thing, because it has to go over the pages. It will connect these 2 pages. And that's what happened with that vase of flowers that kind of just appeared from collage. And so maybe that's what happens also. We'll see how we go. Okay, and now I think I'll try to get into the lighter colors a little bit. Sorry for just cleaning my brush as well as I can. And maybe I'll just go a little bit more freestyle here, let's say. See how that works for me. So. I'm kind of messing up my squares. No rhyme or reason, just trying to find my way on this page. And also then again mixing the colors that are already on here. And of course what I could do, actually what I had planned to do, see, I found this wonderful, I think this was covering a mango, and I just liked it so much. So maybe I can just, I don't know if that will work. Let's see. I think it's actually better to paint this and then go, I think that's better. Maybe to use it as more as a stamp than as a stencil. Well, not really. Okay, wait. That's not what I think. That's better for on the gel plate or, yeah. So that's not what I had in mind. And some more of this back. Oops. But I do want to see, like, if I use another way of applying the paint, let's say. Oh, I think actually this is more that color that I was looking for. Okay. It's a very dark corner, right? That's okay. So Now what do we do? Since this has to dry also, I can look through my papers in a minute, but let's see if we can do something with the cookies the son's girlfriend made were kind of rolled up into like, well, really like roses, basically. They were like strips of dough with like chocolate Nutella spread between them, and then they were rolled up into like a rose. So let's see, and now I do see again this shape could be another vase. So yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to put the paint away for now. And what do you think? Let's take our color palettes. Is it a bit similar? Maybe not entirely, but oh no, you know, that doesn't matter too much. I think the orangey pinky thing could be a little bit more clear. What is this? Soft peach. Let's try that. Over it a little bit. Just in some areas. For my base. Maybe my vase can be partly that color. Okay. Stands out a little bit more. Gives a little more contrast, I feel. Okay. Okie dokie. We can also do, of course, with I have crayons and pencils, so we can also use those colors. Let's see. Put this away. I'm sorry, I don't have so much space. Then I have a lot of scraps. And I'm going to see in my scrap box what I have. Look, this is a very lovely, it's not all jelly prints. Okay. This is that kind of, well, this is more that ochreish yellow, whatever. I feel like I can put it here somehow. This probably is a little bit too blue, but could be one of the roses, the roses cookie. Of course, you can do this with a wet brush, that's even better. Where is my wet brush? Oh yeah, I put it away, wait. I put it, did I put it? Oh. No, okay. I thought I put it there. Here it is, yes. Okay. Well, this actually I can tear. This is like newspaper, newsprint. So. Okay. And you know, we're obviously not sticking totally to the color palette, as you can see, but it's just a starting point, I guess. Is this better? No. I don't know. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna stick it down. And I will stick it down with gloss gel. Okay, let's start with this piece. So we'll make, I guess it will be cookie flowers. So like that. Okay, lovely. Let's see. Put this away for a minute. I think I want to work it out a little bit more, define it a bit. What do I have here? These are, should I go with black? It's a bit wet still, the page. That's never, you know what, I'm gonna dry it and I'll come back to you, so you won't notice it, but I'll be drying it in a minute. Back. Hello. Yeah, so I think this is mostly dry, so what I can start to do then is maybe define this a little bit. It's not completely dry, I can tell, but what I can do with this is use my crayons a bit more. Take out my markers, sorry, they're all together in a box. So yeah, that color, because I still want to try to keep that color palette a little bit, although it became a bit more pink, I guess, than orangey pink. Let's, no, oh, it's not so easy to find the right color. No, that's more on that side. Okay, let's see, because here on this side I have this color, so then let's do a little bit more with kind of a gray to define that kind of vase, you know. nice. These are water soluble, so the Neo Color 2 crayons. And then this could be like that dark blue, or I can see this is more kind of that, oh, here's the tip of that. It's kind of a grayish blue, but you know, we can make like flower. The thing is the flowers are mostly in the dark, so in the dark area. So I will light it up a little bit. But I don't mind that they're blue flowers, let's say. I don't, you know, they don't have to be pink or something. And then this one we could see if we can give it a really light color. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, they're all the same size. I wouldn't normally maybe do that, but you know, that doesn't really matter. Do we have, oh yeah, we did have that kind of green here, huh? Okay, so we can, oops, we have that green, okay. But this is a bit darker, so let's see. Well, that's hardly visible, but like we can do a little bit stemmy like things. Should I use, you know what, we don't have to stick to two colors because it's blue flowers, you know, so we just go for for light gray stems. Yeah, and leaves that are light grayish. It's a bit hard to work on that because it's I'd give this a little bit actually darkness to it. What will this do? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So, yeah. Let's do some lightness here. And of course, in between it can be dark, but I just want to have some lighter elements. You know, these can be flowers that are sticking out, let's say. So, yes, and let's see, Stabilo, but I also have like this China marker, which is very hard. I somehow cannot peel it very well, but I think there's still a little tip. What did I want to do here? Oh yeah, maybe do like a little stem. Maybe we have a stem sticking out. And these are also kind of then, you know, patterns, leaf patterns. Okay. Maybe. Oh, this is really pink. That's not what I don't think I have that taupey kind of, maybe use this maybe. So and maybe also here. And our fantasy flowers. So, and let's see if we can do here some. So. Okay. Yeah, well, I can get quite in the zone here with stuff like this. So, let's, ooh, the sun is really, I hope it doesn't bother you. Wait, let me just, oh, is that even worse? Sorry, sorry. I think I can take this out now. And then, I can do some pattern making, let's say. Let's see how this is working. My white Posca marker. Let's see how I want to go about this. I do like it if it's a bit like, you know, what this thing is standing on, the vase, if that's that's more to show you like the line, like but I feel like doing stuff like this. And then do dots, for instance, like this, lines with dots. Like so. Oops. So. Okay. Well, I'll continue that later and do maybe another kind of pattern here. More. Well, I love this pattern. You know, the kind of I think actually in some cultures, I don't know, I have to look it up. I have a book about symbols, And I think like the three swirls, let's say, are also, but I forget in what culture or country this is like a sign of femininity or fertility. Should have looked that up, but I forgot. Basically just doodle a little bit. And I like that, and I like it to go, you know, up, let's say, around the page a little bit. Okay. I can also continue that later, or I can even make like a, yeah, I can make like a, well, I thought about making a tree out of it, but I can, not sure yet, so. And I'm also not sure about the white here. Maybe, I don't know if I like this so much. Let's see if I can go over this with another color. It's green, but this is actually supposed to be the pearl gray, Payne's gray. So, and of course, oh yeah, well, that can be then the shadowy side of things, and this can be the lighter lighter parts. So let's see if I do these. Oh, that's my alarm. So I've been almost 15 minutes, I think. But yeah, that's okay. I mean, that other big spread, that took me kind of half the day, you know. So I thought I can do that in this smaller handmade journal. But, you know, it's coming along. So, yeah. And then maybe here I can do like a little, I wanted to do like a little swatch thing here, but I probably have to do that with paint. But I'll say what colors I used. So I used here yellow ochre, let's say. Yellow ochre. I used, yeah, I will call it olive green. Just put a little thing around it. Olive green. I did a light gray. Or warm gray, but I'm just using my own words. Let's see, this is called Payne's Gray, and I will paint this in with, do I have everything? Oh yeah, and a kind of an old blue. I call it old blue. Old blue. And then what I will do is I will try to make that with my own Payne's Gray. Okay, that can be this. It isn't. This I think is ultramarine or Prussian blue, but we'll call this Payne's Gray for now. And then I do have the light gray somewhere. Oh, here it is. Light gray. And then we have the, oh, I forgot the that kind of, yeah, pinkish orange. How do we call that? Well, wait, olive green is that, then yellow ochre. And kind of this pinkish, I don't know how we will call that. Orange pink. Orange pink. And then what I will do is, and I will write it this time with my Posca pen. I will write here inspired by cookies. Color palette and patterns, and I will just repeat it. So, and I'll just continue that on and on and on and on. And I think that is lovely. Maybe I can do it. Oh no, here was the shadow, huh? So this was the light part, and then here's the shadow. I want to do something here with this flower. Let's say, well, that's still a bit wet, I think, that paper, but so, as you can see, these are really, really fancy flowers. No, but that doesn't matter, you know, I like it. I think, you know, I think I'm actually quite, I feel more that this page belongs more in this journal somehow than what it was before. So, if you remember the before, I feel like this is more at home now. Can do a little bit more of the vase here, that shape. maybe accentuate this instead of the, because it wasn't really that pink, it was more kind of an orangey, earthy. Can't think of any names now, but that doesn't matter. I feel that's better. What I can do is do that a little bit with my water brush. So, okay. Well, people, I think for now this is it. Or else it's going to be too long a video. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you feel inspired and check out Luce's channel. I will link her channel, and yeah, I hope you check it out and have a lovely day, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like my videos, please like it and even subscribe. That would be lovely. I don't say that every video I make. I usually forget it. But people tell me it does help if I do it. So, but thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you.